What up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Skeety's World. Where am I at? You can already guess, DDHQ. We have a car for you today for the Dream Car series. It's gonna continue. Guess what it is? Hold on tight, you're about to find out. You see it, yes. It is none other than the Lamborghini Gallardo Squadra Corsa from my boy Dave at Daily Driven Exotics. This thing is... Oh my gosh! This thing is out of control. Holy crap. Dude, this thing is crazy.
She's loud.
From this car from the beginning when you first got it to now, it's just out of control. I know everybody here has seen it plenty of times, but like, you guys have to see this car in person because what Dave has done to it, it's just out of control, and it was completely his idea from start to finish in designing this car.
First time I designed the car start to finish.
Yeah.
2014 Lamborghini Squadra Corsa. It's a Gallardo LP 570-4. This one's supercharged. It was a VF Engineering supercharger. Adds about 200 horsepower, so it'd be about 770. Factory suspension. It has AL13 forged wheels, monoblock, so it's a one-piece wheel. I painted the calipers yellow, from yellow to this gunmetal because it's basically just neutral. An interior exterior started off being gloss carbon, and then in Vancouver, Ray at SR said you can take it and they can sand it and clear it with a matte clear coat. All the interior pieces.
Even that was like ballsy and risky because most people want the gloss carbon, and I feel like, give you credit, I think you made this popular. I'm gonna say you went matte and everyone else went matte.
The fenders are factory, but the hood's factory. The front bumper is from the Super Trofeo race car, as well as the splitter and canards. The canards I bought used. I couldn't get them new. They came from a race team in Poland.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were like green and red, some weird colors. Side skirts actually factory Squadra Corsa. Side skirts are about this deep.
Oh wow.
You won't be able to drive the car on the street. It is a daily driven exotic. It's true to the brand. It wouldn't make any sense to have a side skirt where you just can't drive it. In the rear, you have obviously the Super Trofeo rear bumper and diffuser. So this is actually carbon as well as the diffuser's all carbon. Mike Essa custom made me the actual bumper behind it. So behind here is actual custom one-off built bumper. The tow hook's also made by Mike Essa. And this is actually the spot for the air jacks.
Oh, amazing.
Which I'm not going to add to this. And the wing, also Super Trofeo. And these are all, I haven't mentioned this yet, they're all OEM Lamborghini, so nothing here is fake. It's all real from Lamborghini's race division. If you look close, I'm actually missing two of the fences.
Oh, shoot.
Here and here. I have one, I couldn't get the other one. And we wrapped it chrome gold at PFS. The front's PPF, the rest is just chrome gold, which is scratches really easy. I got the inspiration from the new Gran Turismo movie. Fast 10 had a gold Gallardo. But it was more or less the preview I saw for Gran Turismo. It was the gold Huracan that had a gold Aventador. And I was like, it's so sick. So I messaged Damon, I'm like, I have an idea. And he's like, actually, it's pretty cool. And I think it works because Damon's idea to do the roof black. Originally it was gold. Damon's like, do the roof black. So he did have input in that. But there's so much black on the car with the front splitter with the wheels and with the rear end being so dark.
Yeah.
The black and gold comes together just like my shoes do. And people get annoyed because the car's not lowered, but again, it's daily driven.
Yeah.
No one makes the suspension better than Lamborghini did for this car. It was the Squadra Corsa, and I'll come back to this now. The Gallardo's done, it's 10 years old, right? 04 was the first year of the Gallardo, 2014, which is it was the last, and then the Huracan replaced it a year later. So they thought, let's make the perfect Gallardo. Yeah. So the engineers got together, had a conversation going, okay, what can we tweak? There's some software changes, there's some cooling changes, obviously some aesthetics, but also suspension tweaks. So they say that the Squadra Corsa was, from the Lamborghini perspective, the best Gallardo, and it didn't sell. The thing is, it came out at the very end. The Huracan's already released. Why would you want a Gallardo and they get a Huracan dual clutch transmission, way more tech?
That's something I honestly didn't put that together. That this came out when the Huracan came out. Wow.
If people knew what the Huracan was released. I don't know. The Huracan wasn't being delivered yet, but
they knew what was.
They knew what it was. So
yeah.
These sat. They made 50. You couldn't inspect them. 18 for North America, so 3 for Canada, 15 for the US, all yellow. There was no color options.
Wow.
China got red, I believe, and Europe got gray, and I think there's some white ones out there. One of the 18 yellow cars went to somewhere over in Europe. The 3 in Canada, this is 1 of 3 from Canada. The other one in Canada came down here. And the third one in Canada I never tracked down. So I met a few Squadra owners. It'd be cool to create like a WhatsApp group just for Squadra Corsa owners.
That would be amazing. Well, first I want to thanks for taking the time to do this video with us, because this series is all about dream cars, right? And everyone reaching their dream, getting their dream car. And those of them out there requested to see your car because everyone knows your story and can relate to your story. I know I can relate to your story. So we'll get into more details when we go for a drive and get in the car, but it's amazing to see. I must say, maybe your final edition, maybe you'll add some tweaks to it, or your final edition, like, of your dream car.
I'll probably rewrap the gold doors backwards and PPF it, and that'd be it.
Nice, yeah.
You got PPF it.
Yeah, because
cheaped out.
you drive it. You drive it. And the wrap was what, 20, 25 grand? If someone's to pay for that kind of wrap, right, with the materials. Yeah, not cheap.
Retail, maybe closer to 30.
Super excited, guys, to take you guys along for a ride with Dave's car. You'll hear more of his story. You've heard it before, but I really relate to his story because the background he comes from he doesn't come from money. No one gave him $1 million. Like, he worked his butt off to get to where he's at, to be able to get the things he wants to get. Like this car in particular was a goal he had in mind, but he was able to bust his butt, make connection, and make that happen. So yeah, let's go for it, man. Let's go for a ride in this thing. Let's get into this Goldilocks. Goldilocks.
I need a shot, no chase. My girl need a wine and a steak. My mom need a house for the late. So I got some money to make. They told me I got what it take. So I gotta take it all back. I told them I need my pay. I need my 50 for tax. I done ran low on my patience. Make sure my time isn't wasted. I told them all that I've been real. They know that I cannot face shit. Funny how none of this makes sense. Now that I'm up with an A-list. She tryna throw me the K now. Telling me happy belated. Got too much shit on my mind. I told my mom I'm fine. I told my girl that I'm stressed, but I'm gonna make it on time. I pray to God for these signs. He know.
Oh man. That's why it's his favorite. Oh, holy. So well balanced. I wasn't expecting that. What? This car makes him a very bad person.
That's a 599 because this car doesn't have a clutch pedal. And no level am I like Damon in my skill set or ever attempt to be. I like to screw around in a vehicle. What Damon has, it's like what a race car driver has, they're fearless.
Yeah.
So his level of commitment's higher than mine as far as what he's attempting to do. I have the fear factor of damaging a vehicle where Damon doesn't have that.
Remember the first Gallardo you got? Remember the manual one? Now, when you got that car, was the excitement the same as when you got this car? And this is like your true baby, like your dream car.
So here's the challenge with that. My first supercar, and again, I didn't consider the R8 a supercar. It was a V8 and it was gated, but it was I thought it was a supercar that I drove and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, that's not what I thought it'd be like. The gated Gallardo was my first car that I tracked down, that I found. It felt really special. But then obviously, if you guys don't know, I got hit on the way to down here. So I never made it to LA. Yeah, that was ripped for me. I lost some money on it. I lost like $30,000 on that car somehow.
Dang.
I'd found this car before that car, but I thought it was a fake ad because this car was listed for $210 Canadian.
Wow.
And it had
I did not know that.
8,000 kilometers. So it had 5,500 miles and was like 140,000 USD. Squadron Corsa, that was collective. It was mint. I thought it was a fake ad. I didn't really go. David's like, you need to get that car. That's the car you want. Anyways, didn't happen. Then once I lost the Gallardo, I thought, well, I'm gonna go after it. The owner could care less if we sold it. He didn't reply to messages. It was written poorly. And finally, I got hold of me. He sent me a walk around video. I'm like, holy he has the car. I offered him full price for it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go away for a vacation for a while. I'll get back when I get back. So it literally took months before I even had a commitment. Finally, he said, okay, I'll sell the car. But I remember I first saw it. August had it outside. I was unloaded from the trailer, it was outside. And I pulled in, and I saw it. The bright yellow paint, the stripe down the side. Yeah. And I knew how special the car was. And I actually got teary-eyed.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, holy, this is insane.
Wow.
Remember, at that point, I was only 2 years into working with TDE.
Yeah.
2 years prior to that, I worked at Starbucks. Yeah, it was this pinnacle moment for me. And then I drove the car and the noise and just like the specialness of it.
And that's why like your story, like for me and I think everybody out there, it really resonates because you had like, I don't say a regular job, but yeah, you worked at Starbucks. Then you also had your side window washing business, really hustling to try and get it. And then you finally got like your dream car.
Yeah, it's about believing like what Damon did for me. You know, it's so serendipitous. It's almost like the scene from Wolf of Wall Street where I'm walking to my restaurant. Well, Starbucks wasn't a restaurant. And Damon's sitting at a table and he has 458 there. And I saw the car and I saw him and I didn't know what a 458 was. I knew what a Ferrari was, but I didn't know the models. It's beyond my pay grade. And I was like, what do you do? He goes, I do online marketing. I didn't know what that was. Like a Facebook ad? Like, what's a Facebook? Like, what? So explain to me how much money he could make. I can make $100,000 in a month. And I was like, at that point at Starbucks, I was making around $100,000 a year as a district manager. I got really curious. I never asked for anything. I just started asking more questions, started hanging out more. And then he was doing a snowball rally and asked if I wanted to come as a volunteer. He goes, obviously you know how to manage people. Do you want to come for free on this trip? Just help me run it. Lake Tahoe to Aspen, go to X Games.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? So I drove the luggage truck. For free.
That's nuts.
Damon's like, obviously, you're hungry and you have a brain that you want a piece of the company.
Yeah.
So we negotiated an equity position. And I get to live this lifestyle now where, I'm with you right now in California. I don't live here. The people watching right now, if they're from a regular place, that's where I'm from. I'm still from.
Yeah.
You watch the videos, it's like, awesome, fancy LA, blah, blah. This ain't my life. DDE owns this car. The corporation, which I'm a shareholder in, owns the car for business use, which means I don't take personal use of this car. Yeah, to answer your question, this is a long way of answering it. This was probably more emotional because the journey was hard to get to DDE, to get to the car. It all happened to even close the deal on the car. It was all hard. The dollar amount this car is worth versus what's worth to me does not lie. The Squadra Corsa, even being as rare it is, it doesn't have following to make it worth $500,000, $600,000. For this car to be a collector car and be worth a lot of money, you wouldn't modify it. Well, I ripped the seats out, it's supercharged, has a super fail kit on it, and it's gold. Now, a lot of that's reversible. When you truly own something, you don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about mileage. I don't care this is bad. No, I just drive it. My goal right now has 59,166 kilometers. So knock off 40% to convert to miles. My goal is to hit 100,000 kilometers on this car. It'd be the highest mileaged Squadra Corsa. Now, would I bite me in the ass one if I wanted to sell it? Sure. But the cars are being sold, unless of course something really bad were to happen. But this is the one car that when all this is over, and that means we got bought out or retired or whatever, who knows what the future holds. This is the car I'll walk away from.
Riding in it all day, I can see. This thing is it's fun. The supercharger, single clutch, it pushes you back. Like, holy crap.
I think I've had this car now for combined, really, 3 years of ownership. And if we're going somewhere, I want to take the Squadra Corsa. My goal for this car is to send it to a few different countries. Japan, Europe, the UK for sure. So I want to have this car visit a few countries with me, and then at some point retire it from the channel, bring it back to my garage, and it's just my car.
This car's dope. Listen to that. That V10, that supercharger whine. It is crazy. Spending a whole day in this car, really appreciate it more than I did. It's fun. Oh my gosh.
It does everything. It does everything. It has the right power. Now, not the best track car.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same TC and technology obviously a Huracan would have.
Yeah.
I have a race car.
Legit. You do have a race car. Dang. Woo. Yeah, this car is a beast, for sure. Woo! Let's go.
Ski, what?